Hey guys, so it's your normal Mark, and we're going to talk today about the stock market. Now, first off, I put wax in my hair, cleaned it out. It's not the prettiest, okay? But we're in a room with teddy bears, pointing there, yeah? Now we're going to talk about the stock market, okay? So we're going to go straight into, well, the history of the stock market and how it actually became, or what it is today. A crazy mess ball of shit, basically. So yeah, so it started all the way back into 1600s, where the Dutch East Indian Company, basically they employed a bunch of ships to trade the gold, porcelain, spices, and of course silks. With this whole process, getting the ships as well and getting all the materials, and traveling as well, it's expensive. It's expensive thing. So what they did is that they offered private investors the chance to basically purchase a stock or a share in their profits. So they'll get a share of profits just because of that one small upfront cost. Now, as we can tell, just by that small little business venture, this was the first stock market without them even knowing it. This was the first stock market in the world. But today, it's a little bit more complicated. So companies and investors, they use the stock market in this way. Okay, so imagine that you've got a new business, let's say a new coffee business in the market. Okay, you're pitching ideas to investors, and if they like it, they will invest however much you wanted into the business. Now, as they invest, it gives them the first crack of investing, they also become a sponsor to get the business into an initial public offering or an IPO. Now, what this does is that it launches the company into the public market, where obviously people like us and normal people as well can buy stocks in the business, and then they become partial owners. Now, the best thing about this is that it helps grow the business, which also increases the interest and the price, which also increases the holding profit. So the people who are the first investors or got the investing at the start of it will now be earning more, and the people who are investing, and let's say the business keeps increasing, they would also earn more. But it matters how much you've got in the stock market in the beginning, or in that stock, the more you earn. So what this does is that it helps fund new ventures. Let's say if you're a coffee business, something like Cafe Nero, wanted to start jumping into, let's say, a new drink. It funds those ventures, which obviously boosts the market value, and it helps with how many people are actually investing into the business itself. Of course, the reverse can also happen. So let's say if, an investor sees, or possibly sees, that the stock price is going to go down, they can sell their stock or their share as a profit. The only problem is that will also put the stock price down, which is good, but also the market value down. Now, they can also go back in. Let's say if they've sold it, they can also go back in as well if they see that the market or the company is going to go, increase again like it used to. Now, this is the worry. This is why most people don't want to go into the stock market. This is why I, by myself, didn't really want to jump into the stock market until I made my first investment, and it was absolutely scary. Okay, so it's more like a seesaw. It can either go which way. Okay, this is why you got to do your research. This is why you can't just go crazy on it and do whatever you want to do. But best thing to do is research. Keep an eye on what's happening in the world, and keep an eye on it. Maybe it'll affect your business. Let's say Brexit, for instance. Okay, just be careful of those kind of things. Anything that can happen in the world can affect the stock market considerably. Okay, so a big thing as well. Be wary of a few things with the companies. Okay, so first off, leadership change. Okay, publicity. So bad publicity could also decrease the stock price. Change of market forces, so that could be fluctuating price material or expensive manufacturing costs, and also new laws and trade policies. So all of this combined creates a day-to-day noise in the market, which obviously can make companies appear either like they're losing money or gaining money, become more successful or less successful. However, in the stock market, appearing like you're losing money means you'll lose investors. It means you'll lose actual value as well. So they've got to be really careful about that. Really, really careful about that. But hey, we're not in the 1600s anymore. We're not private investors. We don't have to have millions upon millions of income coming in or whatever. So the stock market is really everyone's game. You can do whatever you want with it. Okay, you can either jump in and put £1,000 in, or you can jump in and put £100 in. Anything you want to do. Okay, anything at all. Okay, now so for my personal opinion, this is what I started doing with research and finding out what to do. And I'm not saying it's the best one to do. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm saying this is what I'm doing, and it's getting me some good results. Okay, so first off, I'd mix it up. That's a key one. Don't just put it on the random little small businesses, little tiny bits of money in different businesses. You will get nothing from that. Focus on 5 to 10. Okay, just stick to a few. So mix it up, focus on long-term holds like NEO, Tesla, Amazon, Airbnb, and dividend shares. Okay, you can get a good income from that if you focus on growing your dividend portfolio. So that could be something like Boeing, S&P 500, Coca-Cola, Right Dutch Shell. There are some good ones that I'm also part of as well. Now, what a dividend is, in my own words, it's basically just a business that is safe enough and earns so much money that if you're a shareholder, they just it could be bi-weekly, it could be quarterly, it could be every 6 months, or maybe even every year annually. They will pay out they'll pay out some money to all their shareholders that are holding one of their stocks or one of their shares on a consistent basis. Now, just because these businesses are safe and they're earning loads of money doesn't necessarily mean they are always safe. So do research. Okay, some businesses can pretend to be like they're earning all of this money and then become bankrupt the day after. Okay, just be really careful and make sure you invest in one of the big businesses that offers dividend stocks. Dividend shares, pays you some money as well, and grow that portfolio as much as you can. And then that's a bit of advice before we end the video. Okay, Warren Buffett's little secret. Okay, Warren Buffett's little secret. Read that bit. Okay, what he does is researches the business before he invests. So he's going to see where it is in the stock market, how it's playing, where it's going to go, and he can kind of estimate a pretty good rough guess on where it's going to go in the next year, 5 years, 10 years. Long-term investments possibly. And he only focuses on the businesses that he actually understands. So there's no point focusing on investing into a business that you have no clue about. Let's say electric cars, you have no clue about that. But maybe you know more about Amazon and selling things online. It's up to you really, whatever you understand. But focus on what you understand, and also research the business. Try this out and see where it gets you. Personally, for me, it's helped a bunch, making better decisions and not losing as much money as most people in a group that I'm part of. Now, 2 that I would personally use. Well, 3 realistically if you want to count Bitcoin, but it's completely up to you. Now, first one, the one I use mainly is Trading 212. That's one of my favourite ones. And if you go in the description below, you can join and get us both a free stock. It's really up to you though. It's in the description below, so click that if you want to join straight away. It's completely free to join up, and you don't need to add any money into it, to start it up. It's completely stupid when businesses do that. Now, it's either Trading 212 or you can go into Free Trade, which I haven't tried, but I've seen really good reviews on that. So if you want to try that as well, it's kind of in the name, Free Trade. I think it's tax free as well. You can invest as much as you want. You can bring out the money as well, and they don't charge you for doing so. Now, another one, which is the one I found out, is called Gemini. Okay, I would say Robinhood, which is another stock market investment, but that's more of an American thing, the US, Canadian. So we can't really use that in the UK. But if you're in the US, I personally say do that. But if you just want to try out Bitcoin as well, Bitcoin is a big one. It's expected to increase by 60 million in the next 5 years, which is crazy. And if you want to join into this now, it's the best thing to do. Right now is the best time to do it. Okay, so Gemini allows you to invest into Bitcoin and allows you to invest into other parts as well, like Chainlink and all those kind of things. So I'll put the link down below as well in my description if you want to go and download Gemini. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll also leave a link down for another app that you can download, where if you take money out of your Gemini account, your investment, and let's say it's increased, you got profit from it, take it out and put it straight into the other app, you will get about, I don't know, it's a stupid amount of interest. I think it's like 8.5% interest if you leave it there for a long term as well. So you're going to, basically you're just investing it in the long term. So the money that you get out from Gemini, put it into this other app, and it increases every single year, and you just get more money. It's just like a little saving account, okay? So yeah, well yeah, ignoring that sound, that's it for me today. So I've had like a week away from this as well. It's actually been quite a good time. Stayed away from the business, stayed away from social media, stayed away from that, and I feel good, okay? So that's another thing as well. If you guys feeling like everything's getting on top of you, then make sure to take time away. And just take time away, do your own thing, and come back to it when you feel like you're mentally there. Okay, so have a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe to the account as well if you really want to. We're going to try and learn everything possible. I'm going to help you guys become financially free, because that's my goal. I'm sure that's yours too. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.